Warning: the views and opinions expressed in this video are not those of a health professional. Please make sure to consult your physician before beginning a new health regimen. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome biggity back, y'all. Hey, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. My name is Kelsey, and I'm here for you guys every Sunday and Wednesday, for the most part, to talk about my VSG journey. It's my hope that through these videos, you are able to find the answers to questions you've been looking for, or it will make the path to choosing surgical weight loss that much easier. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. Today is Sunday. I'm trying to talk too fast. This is supposed to be a sensual and sexy video. Today is Sunday, March the 28th, and I hope you guys are, getting ready to prepare to go into the next week. I wanted to come and talk to you guys. Today is Sit Down Sunday. I am officially 51 days post-op. I cannot believe I'm about to be 2 months out from having my surgery. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my little glass of strawberries that I've cut. I even garnished it with a little strawberry here. This is a gift from one of you guys. I don't have a P.O. box. I have had people ask me about sending me things. Y'all, I don't know how to work that out. This was given to me in person. She actually saw me at Walmart and was like, hey, I have this for you, just in case I saw you. And I was like, okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It's so sweet. It just has my name on it. Very sweet. She gave me a card. Neither here nor there. We're going to grab our water and we're just going to pour this into our beautiful cup of strawberries, because if we try to drink wine, God forbid, we don't care about our health and we just be out here, not giving a damn. Sorry. Anyways, this week we are going to be talking about a topic that I feel like may be kind of taboo. I feel like I don't see a lot of videos about it. I don't see a lot of people talking about it because people can be kind of prude. We all do it. We all engage in it. And that is sexual intercourse after weight loss surgery. Knocking the boots, motion in the ocean, clapping them cheeks, going down to Pound Town, blazing the donut. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. We're all grown here, and if you have your children watching this video, this is not the right one for them to be, watching. You may want to have them go color or something, because this one ain't it, baby. I feel like, a lot of people are going to say, well, you're only 51 days out. You can't tell. I'm 51 days out, but I'm also down 30 plus pounds. So I feel like I can weigh in on this topic just from my experience being an overweight woman and engaging in sex. I feel like that is something I can speak on. But let me just preface this. I've never, ever had an issue having a sexual partner in my life. I don't think that men, necessarily care. There are some men that prefer a smaller woman, and that's fine. And there are some men that prefer a more voluptuous, more curvy woman, and that's also fine. And I've never had an issue with a lack of that in my life. What did happen was I discovered a lack of libido, a lack of wanting to engage in sexual activity with my significant other, which is not his fault. It's totally on me. And it was all about the view that I had of myself. Some people may say it takes a year to notice a difference. I'm going to give you guys some of the things that I've noticed, and, you guys are just going to be all in my business, but I feel like, what about this channel are you guys not in? You guys know everything about me pretty much for the most part, except for, my physical location, which, I tell you guys I'm in Alabama all the time. You guys like my little velvet number here? I got this at Walmart about 2 years ago. I haven't been able to wear it, and I can wear it again. I love it so much. It's a crushed velvet pink cami dress, baby doll dress, and I love it so much. I feel like, a sexual goddess just up here, ready to share my information. About number one, a change in my libido. Before weight loss surgery, there was a drastic decline in libido for me. And I don't know if it was a combination of how I felt about myself, the uncomfortability of certain positions in sex, or just worrying about what my significant other thought about me during sex. And I know that, some people are going to be like, that's not a big deal, big women, we are fantastic, and we are, don't, let's not, that's not what I said. I just know that having intercourse became a chore to me, and it became a almost like I just didn't want to do it. And I felt so bad because, my significant other, he's not out here just, in these streets with all these women. And so I was depriving him. He is a thriver off of physical touch. He likes to touch me. He likes to, as he says, be into me. And there were times I didn't even want him touching my body. I'm still, but I had become so engrossed with the idea that I was disgusting and I didn't want him touching me, that I was just kind of like, please, let's not do this, And although that wasn't fair to him, that was the reality of my intimate relationship with my significant other. And when I say intimacy, I'm not talking about physical intercourse. I'm talking about the touching, the hugging, the kissing. All of that plays into intimacy. And there was a drastic decline in my desire for that. I felt like I could go weeks without even being touched, and I was okay. And as a 33-year-old woman, that was a natural, especially when we went from, at least 3-4 times a day, daily. That's a big decline. And I felt bad, but I couldn't express to him, well, this is why I don't necessarily want to have sex, because I don't like how I feel. And so what I have noticed that my libido is slowly creeping on back up there. I'm kind of getting to a point where it's kind of like I can't get enough. And, of course, so my husband, he's kind of like, whoa, Nelly, rein it in. But he's excited because he doesn't have to be afraid to approach me, to want to be intimate, or to want those things, because he was so used to being turned down before. And that's just the reality of it, you guys. I was just not having it. I was not about it. And, now, he'd be like, and I'd be like, yeah, done deal, pound town. Also, before weight loss surgery, I noticed that we only basically did one position. One. And once again, you guys are just you're getting the full Monty today. You're just gonna be out here knowing everything about me. But I feel like I can talk to you guys, and I feel like I can be honest with you guys, because that's just what it is. Because my midsection had gotten so big, and it's still large, she's still there. I could not comfortably do missionary anymore. Holding my legs up became a chore. And so when I would hold my legs up, my stomach would then push my boobs up to my neck fat, and I would be basically suffocating at that moment, dying in the middle of it. And he would feel bad because it would feel like to him he was smushing me. I couldn't get on top because I'd probably kill him. And there are some, and now that's no shade to my big girls that can, get up there and ride and just be a cowgirl with the stirrups, the hat, and the whip and chain, baby, because I can't. Because as I gained weight, I became more lazy. I became that person that just didn't want to do nothing. I just wanted to lay there or, take it. The less I had to do, the less, energy I had to put out there. And so we really basically did one position, and that was doggy. And that's been about 3 years that we've just, stuck to one position, and I feel bad because, I am once again depriving my significant other of those sexual things that he may need. He may want to, flip and turn and have me hanging off the bed and hanging from the chandelier and all that other stuff. But at that point in time, I wasn't able to do much because I was self-conscious about my body, the aforementioned, basic suffocating while he was on top. It just didn't work. Now, I will say this. We waited at least 3 weeks after my surgery, before we even thought about it. Now, they do say that you basically can go right back into it. I couldn't, because I prefer the doggy style. My, me being down on my stomach somewhat was very uncomfortable. But as the weeks progressed, it got much better. So yeah, we've been kind of doing a little more. We were able to do, a missionary, and it was good. Your girl wasn't about to fall out in there. I'm still uncomfortable with my body. I'm still uncomfortable with, doing that with the lights on. I've been with him for 10 years, and I still, am just not comfortable enough to have the lights full on, and we just over here having a light show with the, the clap on, clap off lights. It ain't working, But I think I'm hoping that with the more weight that I lose, it'll become a little more, The next thing I do want to talk about is the pain and the uncomfortability before weight loss surgery compared to now. Before weight loss surgery, I would get tired so quick. I'm talking like round 0.5. I was like, woo, back hurting, knees hurting, we got to go on and finish this out, and it just wasn't any fun, kind of, like I said, it felt like a chore. I felt like I had to give him that to make him happy, but at the same time, I wasn't happy. I'm gonna just be real with you guys. It got to a point where I couldn't even reach her, because my belly was just so in the way, and now I can get back to her. And it got to a point where I wasn't even having an orgasm. And so it just was, I left the situation unfulfilled. Of course, he was able to, but I still feel like it wasn't the best for him because he didn't feel as though I was getting the best of it. I'm not sure, but you can definitely tell a difference between then and now. You can tell that he feels more relaxed. I can tell that I feel more relaxed. The chemistry is back there. It's just, it's so different than it was, 3 months ago. And another thing that I wanted to talk about is, I don't know, I can't speak for anyone else's situation, and I can only speak for mine. And I think it may just be because he's able to get to me a little bit better, but sometimes I just feel like he'd just be about to rip my stomach out my butthole. Not literally my butthole, but it just seems like he's able to go so much deeper now. And I think maybe there's not as much behind me keeping him from being able to get on up in it. I'm not sure, but child, I can't wait to do like maybe a 6-month update on this video, to see how it's going to be 6 months from now. I've lost 30 plus pounds now. Imagine me 60 plus, 70 plus. I don't know if I can handle it. And like I said, you know, everything is not for everybody. This video may not be for you. You know, you may not even be worried about this, but I know that this was a question before I even had the surgery, like how is this going to affect me? And so I went and I talked to my husband, and I said, hey, because we have that kind of relationship. We have that kind of relationship where I can ask him, hey, was it good? And he'll be like, oh, of course. And I asked him, I said, hey, just be honest. Can you tell a difference between then and now? And he was like, well, let's just be, it's never not been good. He was like, toot toot. But he was like, you can tell a difference. He was like, it feels like I can get to you the way I need to now. And I know exactly what it is that he means. And I appreciate that honesty that we can share. Because not only am I honest with you guys on YouTube, I'm honest with him and other people in my life too. Because that's just the way that I am. And so luckily I'm in a relationship where my significant other can also be, open and honest with me. So I am excited to see where this goes and to normalize being sexual beings. We are people. We have sex. We have children. We have intimate partners, whether it be male or female. That is what we do. That is who we are. And it is okay to be a big woman who likes to have sex. Like, I don't know what it is about today's society and a bigger woman who is sexual. It's like it's not okay because we're overweight. And that's definitely, not the case. Like I said, I could, and this is just my slogan, and this is what I live by. I'm telling y'all, I could get penis when I couldn't get nothing to eat. That's it, and that's all. I mean, and so there's nothing wrong with being sexual. There's nothing wrong with being sexual after weight loss surgery. There's nothing wrong with being sexual before weight loss surgery. It's understanding your body and appreciating what you have now. And I do want to touch on that. Like, don't spend your life waiting for weight loss surgery to make your comfortable zone better. And I say that I should have, I wish I felt this way months ago. I wish that I looked at myself the way that I do now through doing these YouTube videos. I wish I looked at myself then how I do now. It's so important to not waste your life on waiting to become a better you. Love the person that you're with. If you are, happy with them and you guys have a happy relationship, by all means, allow them to love you. And I think that we get so down on how we look and how we feel and the fear of judgment during sexual intercourse that we forget that the person that we are with loves us. And it doesn't matter if we're thin or if we're heavy, they love us in a way that we typically show that love is through intimacy, not just physical sexual intercourse, but through touching and hugging and kissing and smooching. And my husband, he would like rub my stomach and I would be like, oh my God, please stop. And he's like, why? I love you, and he's like, you're fine. But my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I hate this so much. And, and I don't know about you girls, but, my stomach hangs over a little bit and it makes me uncomfortable sometimes. And I just don't want him, grabbing and touching me there. And it just, it put a damper on, how I felt. And I've never been a spontaneous type of girl. I've always been the type to, go freshen up before, because that's just me. Even in my smaller, less heavy days, I still wasn't just going to pop up and, bust it open. I need to go freshen up because that's just who I am. I feel better about what I have going on. I feel better about the situation. But I will say that I find myself pre-freshening up because I be wanting quickies in the hallway bathroom of our home. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little all over the place, but I feel like it was something that could be talked about. I feel like it's something that, like I said, it's a taboo topic. People aren't talking about it. People aren't saying anything about it, but it happens. And you are a person. Oh, by the way, wrap it up, young ladies, please. They say that once you start dropping all that weight, you do become very fertile. And they want you to be able to maximize your weight loss before becoming pregnant. Because I'm going to tell you, mine and there, honey, he ain't had to pull out in 10 years. And now all of a sudden he got to, and he don't know how to act. I'm not trying to handle, I want to lose some more weight. And then, anyways, if you guys are new here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to like my content if you like what I'm putting out. If you have any questions for me, you can email address. You guys, I do have a few emails that were sent to me since my last video that I have to respond to. I typically respond to emails on Mondays. So if you guys have sent me an email and I haven't responded yet, be on the lookout for those. I do get, a lot. Just be on the lookout for that response here on Monday. And that email address is kdwmybsgjourney@gmail.com. You guys can message me there. You guys can hit me on any social media platform. I'm here for you. It might take me a little while to respond, but rest assured I'm going to do my best to get back to you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I hope you guys love each other, love yourselves. Don't be afraid to be the sexual, happy person that you are. I'm going to leave you guys with my positivity quote for the week. And this week's positivity quote is, you guys, so post editing Kelsey. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to make these steps because there are a few people that have just come up out of nowhere on my channel who are very negative, very condescending, very negative people, and I'm not okay with that. I am okay with, however, people voicing their opinions, saying whatever they need to say. If I say something that you have factual rebuttals to, if you can give me, because I'm not a health professional, but if you have information for me that can correct my thinking or correct what I'm doing, if I'm doing something wrong, by all means, heads up, 7up. Hey, Kelsey, here's a tip. This might make it a little bit easier for you. But what I'm not going to allow is anybody or people to come on my channel and to body shame, weight shame, any type of whatever. That's not going to happen. That's not what my channel is about. And if that's the kind of person you are, take that shit the hell on and go on about your business. It's so disgusting. People like that are disgusting. They're disgusting individuals who don't have anything else better to do with their time. You're not helping me. I'm not even paying attention to anything that you have to say, because 9 times out of 10, you're being a nasty, disgusting, ugly person. And if you're harassing my subscribers, I don't care about what you say to me. That's fine. You say whatever you want to me, because I'll go toe to toe with you. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to come on here and harass and body shame my subscribers and people that support me because you don't agree with what I have to say. Their lives and their business is none of yours. You coming for me, you come for me, not them. But I said all that to say, those people will be blocked and deleted from my channel. I'm not going to entertain it anymore. It was fun. It was a kiki. It was a ha-ha. It was a hoo-hoo. But right now, boo-boo, I will continue to delete you and block any other channel that is associated with you. If you come here with that negative shit, you will get blocked and deleted. Try me. Bye. This week's positivity quote is, in a world where you can be anything you want to be, please make sure to be kind to yourself. We are the most important people in our lives. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you guys for what? Weigh-in Wednesday. Like I said, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Why haven't you subscribed yet? Don't be a shady lady. Come on in. Join the K-Gang. We would love to have you here. Thank you so much for being a part of my family. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. And I will see you guys later. Cheers, baby.